Across the globe, a specific collectible toy has become the center of a growing panic. Multiple countries have issued bans on the figures, while reports surface of priests performing emergency exorcisms to neutralize them. Internet forums are flooded with warnings that these mass-produced figures act as physical anchors for an ancient demonic entity, providing it a way to enter modern homes. This bronze statuette represents Pazuzu, a Mesopotamian demon associated with famine, destruction, and rot. The wide-toothed grin and deep-set eyes of the historical relic share a striking, near-identical geometry with the smile found on every Labubu doll. To see if this connection is more than a coincidence, we have to look at a fatal case in Shanghai. Melin lived a quiet life in Shanghai with her dog, Bao, and spent her days working at a local toy store. When a highly anticipated, limited edition Labubu collection arrived at her shop, it triggered a customer frenzy that cleared the shelves in minutes. Melin had secretly reserved a unique golden Labubu for herself. It featured a metallic shade that didn't match the rest of the collection, and a smile that stretched further across its face than any she had seen before. Bringing this specific figure home marked the first phase of a parasitic, demonic attachment. The moment the doll entered, Bao's playful nature vanished. He locked eyes with the golden figure, trembling and barking at the empty air. Animals possess sensory ranges that extend beyond human perception, often detecting a malicious presence long before the environment physically changes. The next day, Melin's own personality began to shift. She woke up with a deep, inexplicable rage that she couldn't control. This aggression culminated in a violent outburst toward a customer at her store, leading her boss to fire her immediately. Without a job or a daily routine, Melin was now isolated. This systematic stripping away of a victim's livelihood and social support creates a vulnerability that demonic entities frequently exploit to tighten their hold. That night, Melin dreamed of a red-skinned creature, its flesh rotting as it reached out with sharp claws to strangle her. She gasped awake to find the golden Labubu doll, which she had left on a high shelf, sitting squarely on her chest. Bao rushed into the room and launched himself at the bed, grabbing the doll in his jaws and shredding the plastic into pieces. Melin threw the remains in the trash, but the next morning she woke with a splitting headache and mysterious red bite marks covering her face. The physical destruction of the doll's body had failed to remove the threat. Instead, it had provoked the entity into a direct physical counterattack. Melin searched the apartment for her dog, but as she entered the bathroom, she saw the rotting red demon from her nightmares standing behind her in the mirror's reflection. When she turned around, the room was empty. She followed a trail to the kitchen, where she found Bao dead under the sink, his body brutally mutilated. The golden Labubu doll sat next to him, completely restored and intact. Its hands and teeth were now coated in fresh blood. The entity had transitioned into a lethal predator, claiming its first life within the apartment walls. Melin searched online and confirmed that her experience followed a global pattern of sudden illness, job loss, and death linked to the golden figures. In a desperate final attempt to end the haunting, she burned the doll to ash and threw the remains into a nearby river. While the plastic melts, the spiritual presence often remains untouched. Untrained attempts to destroy a vessel can backfire, severing the physical restraints and fully unleashing the entity. Melin's attempt to burn the curse away was the final mistake that left her completely defenseless. The following morning, authorities discovered Melin's body in her apartment. The golden Labubu doll sat right beside her, appearing completely pristine and unburned. A coworker who came to the scene saw the rare collectible and, unaware of its history, took the doll home for her own collection. As these figures continue to trend globally, thousands of these wide-toothed grins are now staring out from shelves in quiet bedrooms, waiting for the cycle to begin again.